Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm really sorry I can't be there today with you in the classroom, but I did want to take a minute to go over our assignment today because it is something that we have never done together before. Even though I'm not here in the morning, do remember that I am going to be here this afternoon. So if you have any questions, of course, you're always free to email me or you can swing by and see me later today. So what we are going to be working on today, it's a writing activity and it's called a RAFT. And basically it stands for role, audience, format, and topic. So we're going to be making a RAFT for Central Asia, So the very first thing you want to do is look over here in column number 1, role. You have to decide who are you going to be? What role are you going to embody? And you have one of 4 choices. So you can choose to be President of the United States, a student living in Central Asia, a middle school social studies teacher, a 15-year-old student in the United States. You choose one of these 4 roles, okay? Once you have picked out what role you want to play, you have to decide what audience are you going to be writing to. And again, you have 4 choices. You go right down in a column. You can choose to be a student getting ready to travel to Central Asia, an American middle school student, the president of Kazakhstan, or a student living in Uzbekistan. You choose one of those 4 audiences to write to. So you think, who are you going to be? Who are you going to write to? Well, the next one is format. You kind of think, well, what am I going to write? So your options are a personal letter, a newspaper or a news article, a brochure, or a social media post, maybe something on Facebook. Now, I think we've kind of figured out the format of a personal letter. You have an introduction, the body of the letter, and your closure. You guys have done really well with those. We just did one yesterday for e-learning day. But you'll notice that newspaper, article, brochure, social media post, those are all hyperlinked in blue. If that's a format that you want to use, if you actually click on it, it's automatically going to take you to that format that you can use. Now, we've done this before with the newspaper where I give you the format and you have to, erase the title, put in your own title, get rid of the picture, put in your own picture. So if that is what you want to do, you have those 3 options as well. Now, we figured out who we are, we figured out who we're writing to, and we figured out what we are going to write. So the very last thing you have to figure out, what in fact are you going to write about? So you have to choose one of these 4. Geographic features. Remember, be specific. Maybe you talk about the deserts, the rivers, the mountain ranges, the seas. Maybe you talk about culture. Again, that can be language, religion, alphabets, clothing, history. We've seen various conquering armies come into this region. You could choose to write about an individual country in Central Asia. So maybe if you get out your packet and you're kind of interested in Kazakhstan or Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, maybe you choose one of those and write about that. Okay, so again, the idea is you go down each column and choose one. Now guys, it doesn't have to be in any sort of order, so you could choose this one, this one, this one, and this one. It's up to you, but you have to choose one from each column. Now, I don't want you looking up any outside information. Again, your packet is your #1 resource. Also, you can pull from the PowerPoints we've had in class, or the documentary, the episode we watched of Globe Trekker. That's where you can find all of your information. I've got at the bottom, you guys, just a few little tidbits, kind of things to think about when writing our RAFT. Should be at least 1 page. Now that's adjusted if you write a news article or a brochure or a social media post, but kind of think at least a couple paragraphs here. Everything is typed. So we are doing this 100% on our computers and we will submit on our computers on Google Classroom. You must include at least 4 accurate facts in your RAFT. So whatever format you use, whatever topic you choose, you have to include at least 4 facts. Again, that's where your packet comes in, the PowerPoints from class, the episode of Globe Trekker, any of those can be used to get your facts. Remember, be creative. especially if you're doing something like a brochure, put lots of pictures in there. If you're talking about culture and you're going to give this to the President of the United States and you're a 15-year-old, or excuse me, if you're giving this to the President of Kazakhstan and you're a 15-year-old student in the United States, you'd want it to be informational. You'd want it to look nice. So this will all be up on Google Classroom for you. That's where you will submit tomorrow by 8 a.m. Remember, if you have any questions, you can email me or come see me later today. Good luck, you guys.